delicious, delicate and decent way to defeat dreadful disease, the cancer. Budwig Protocol. Hippocrates once told, "Let food be your medicine." Dr. Budwig shows us how. This film is presented by Dr. O.P. Verma. 90% documented success rate. 7 times Nobel Prize nominee. Effective in all type of cancers. Do you know what is cancer? It is a disease caused by an uncontrolled division of abnormal cells in a part of the body. A malignant growth or tumor resulting from such a division of cells is called cancer. We are fighting with cancer since few centuries. Every year we discover new diagnostic modalities, better radiotherapy techniques and lots of new chemotherapy drugs. But we have completely failed to defeat this devil called cancer. Think again, are we really going on the right path? Does chemo and radio really attack on the prime cause of cancer? All normal cells have an absolute requirement for oxygen, but cancer cells can live without oxygen, a rule without exception. Deprive a cell 35% of its oxygen for 48 hours and it may become cancerous. Dr. Warburg has made it clear that the root cause of cancer is oxygen deficiency, which creates an acidic state in the human body. He also discovered that cancer cells are anaerobic, do not breathe oxygen, get the energy by fermenting glucose and cannot survive in the presence of high levels of oxygen, as found in an alkaline state. He proposed that sulfurated protein and some unknown fat is required to attract oxygen in the cell. Dr. Johanna Budwig was a qualified German pharmacologist, chemist and physicist with a doctorate in physics who worked as the chief expert for drugs and fats at the Federal Institute for Fats Research. Described as the world's leading authority on fats and oils. Dr. Budwig studied in depth the effect of hydrogenated and other denatured fats upon human health, and she discovered the truly essential and powerfully healing nature of essential fatty acids on cancer and other diseases. In 1952, Dr. Budwig published a paper entitled Paper Chromatography of Blood Lipoids, the Tumor Problem in Fat Research. It is basically proving that highly unsaturated linoleic and linolenic fatty acids are the undiscovered decisive factor in respiratory enzyme function that Otto Warburg had been unable to find. Dr. Budwig found that the blood of seriously ill cancer patients was deficient in these unsaturated omega-3 fats, lipoproteins, phosphatides, and hemoglobin. In addition, she also discovered that cancer patients had a strange greenish-yellow substance in their blood that she could not find in the blood of healthy people. Dr. Budwig came up with a treatment program based on 2 simple ingredients, flaxseed oil and cottage cheese. Then Budwig started to give flax oil and quark to the cancer patients from 4 hospitals in Munster. After just 3 months, her patients began to improve in health and strength, the yellow-green substance in their blood began to disappear, tumors gradually receded, and at the same time as the nutrients began to rise. Thus Dr. Budwig had found her cure for cancer. The protocol is based on the consumption of flaxseed oil with low-fat cottage cheese, organic fruit juices, light exercises, and the healing powers of the sun. She treated approximately 2,500 cancer patients during a 50-year period with her healing protocol up to 2003 with over 90% documented success. She was nominated 7 times for Nobel Prize, but with the condition that she will use her protocol with chemotherapy and radiotherapy. They did not want to collapse this $200 billion business overnight. She always refused to support the damaging chemo and radio for the sake of humanity. Comments on Dr. Budwig's work. Of all the alternative cancer treatment that I have investigated, Dr. Johanna Budwig's is definitely number 1. Nowhere in the world have I found such fantastic cases as with Dr. Budwig. It's phenomenal, says Lothar Hunes. This diet is far and away the most successful anti-cancer diet in the world. What she has demonstrated to my initial disbelief but lately, to my complete satisfaction in my practice is, cancer is easily curable, the treatment is dietary lifestyle, the response is immediate. The cancer cell is weak and vulnerable. Dr. Dan Cerome, MD. Numerous independent clinical studies published in major medical journals worldwide confirm Dr. Budwig's findings. Over 40 years ago, Dr. Budwig presented clear and convincing evidence, which has been confirmed by hundreds of other related scientific research papers since, that the essential fatty acids were at the core of the answer to the cancer problem. Dr. Wellner, MD. Mr. H. Wilhelm, one of the leading authorities on the Budwig diet today, sums up Dr. Budwig treatment quite succinctly. It is a scientifically well thought out, all-natural approach to health, that has a tremendous rate of success and track record, and it costs next to nothing. The transition diet's especially recommended for patients for liver, pancreatic, gallbladder diseases. Patient is often started with ground flaxseed for several days along with their normal food. 1 to 3 transition days, depending on the prescription, oatmeal with freshly ground flaxseed every hour. Oatmeal soup with freshly ground flaxseed 3 times daily. 250 gram with freshly ground flaxseed daily with juices, as prescribed. Ensure that you take a warm drink at least 3 times a day, for example green tea or herbal tea. 10 a.m., carrot juice, fresh pressed. Sweeten it only with honey. Seriously ill patients also do well with this transition. Papaya is very important during transition days. Budwig Protocol. The Budwig diet is one of the most widely followed alternative treatments for cancer and other diseases. The diet seems simple, but foods are powerful and can heal a person. A glass of sauerkraut juice is to be consumed before breakfast every morning. It is alkalizing, rich in vitamins including C, enzymes, and helps develop the health-promoting gut bacteria. Sauerkraut is cabbage that has been pickled by natural fermentation, mainly with lactic acid bacteria. It is slightly salty, sharp and acidic. Well made, it is much nicer than it sounds. If you do not get sauerkraut, you can take a glass of buttermilk. After a few minutes you can take a glass of wheatgrass juice. Start breakfast with drinking 1 Cuban peso of warm herbal or green tea. Sweeten with only natural honey. Can add lemon or grape juice. Patient should take such a tea half an hour before each meal. He can take 4 to 5 tea in a day. 8 a.m. breakfast oil protein muesli, FOCC. This should be made fresh and consumed within 15 minutes. It is full of high-energy pi electrons, which are capable of attracting healing photons from sun and other stars through resonance. Ingredients: 3 tablespoons cold-pressed organic flaxseed oil, 100 grams, 6 tablespoons, quark or cottage cheese, 2 tablespoons freshly ground flax seeds, 2 to 3 tablespoons skimmed milk, 1 small bowl fruits, half a small bowl dry fruits, natural honey which is optional, flavorings, lemon, orange, cinnamon, natural vanilla, shredded coconut, apple cider vinegar, pepper, etc. Dr. Budwig advised to use berries like strawberry, blueberry, raspberry, cherry, etc. Berries have ellagic acids which are strong cancer fighters. Other fruits can also be used. Use organic raw nuts such as walnuts, almonds, raisins, apricots or Brazil nut. They have sulfurated proteins, omega-3 fats and vitamins. Brazil nut is very important because a single nut provides you with all of the selenium you need for the day. Peanuts are prohibited. Blend 3 tablespoon flaxseed oil with 6 tablespoon low-fat cottage cheese or quark with a handheld immersion electric mixer for up to a minute. If needed, add 2 to 3 tablespoon milk. Avoid adding water or juices when blending FO with CC or quark. The mixture should be thoroughly blended with no separated oil. Add various fruits such as fresh berries, apple, cherry, orange, banana, etc. Add other fresh fruit if you like, totaling half to 1 bowl of fruit. Add organic raw nuts such as walnuts or Brazil nuts and a bit of raw honey. For variety, try natural vanilla, cinnamon, lemon juice, pure cocoa or shredded coconut. Try various fresh organic fruits and flavorings. Afterward, you can have whole grain homemade bread with cucumber, tomato, radishes or other raw veggies. Some patients make Ezekiel bread. 10 a.m. Vegetable juice. Freshly pressed vegetable juice from carrots, beets, celery, tomato, radish, lemon, apple as well as green vegetables, stinging nettle, lettuce or spinach. Carrot and beet juices are especially helpful to the liver and are strong cancer fighters. Vary vegetables. Some tasty and nutritious juices which has tremendous cancer-fighting properties are beet and apple juice, carrot and apple, carrot and beet, asparagus, celery and apple, celery and carrot are excellent. Beet juice should not be taken alone. 12 p.m. Herbal or green tea before lunch. 12:15 p.m. Appetizer, salad plate with cottage cheese flaxseed mayonnaise. As salad also use, dandelion, cress, celery, tomato, cucumber, lettuce, radish, cabbage, broccoli, green horseradish and pepper. Mayonnaise. Cottage cheese, flax oil, milk, lemon, apple cider vinegar, rock salt, possibly mustard, cilantro, garlic, in addition a lot of herbs fresh or dried. Main course. Vegetables cooked in water, then flavored with allelics and herbs possibly with oatmeal, soy sauce, curry etc. Vegetable broth flavored with a little allelics and yeast flake. As side dish for the vegetables, buckwheat, brown rice, millet or potatoes. Lunch dessert. Cottage cheese flax oil served as a sweet dish prepared with dry fruits and fruits such as pineapple, or poured over a fruit salad. 3 p.m. 2 tablespoons freshly ground flaxseed with 1 glass grape, cherry or orange juice or champagne. 3:30 p.m. 2 tablespoons freshly ground flaxseed with pure blueberry juice, pineapple or papaya juice. 6 p.m. The evening meal should be light and served early, around 6 p.m. A warm meal may be prepared using rice, buckwheat or oat flakes. Most easily tolerated and nourishing are the dishes made with buckwheat grounds. To sweeten, use only honey. These dishes can be prepared as a soup or in a more solid form and may be combined with a tasty sauce according to preference. Fat in the form of allelics should be liberally added also to sweet sauces and soups, making them nourishing and a richer source of energy. 8:30 p.m. A glass of red wine is permitted. In fact, with seriously ill patients just starting on the oil-protein diet, it is recommended to serve a glass of wine to tide them over while going off painkillers. Special precautions. Cancer patients should always eat organic food to keep intake of toxins at the bay. Thorough washing of fruits and vegetables is very necessary. Add quarter glass of 3% hydrogen peroxide and 3 tablespoons soda bicarb in a basin filled with water. Soak vegetables and fruits in this basin for 10 minutes and then wash in running water. Chemo and radio. Budwig was strictly against use of chemo, radio, hormones, cortisones and painkillers. They do not attack on the real cause of cancer. Also, they kill your healthy cells and collapse your immune system. Budwig used to say with full confidence and clarity, "My treatment attacks on the real cause of cancer. It fills cancer cells with high-energy Pi electrons and attracts oxygen into the cells. And cancer cells start to breathe and produce energy by burning glucose. Thus cancer suffocates in presence of oxygen and start to die." With this treatment, man-made antioxidants, synthetic vitamins and painkillers should not be given. The dose of anticoagulants and aspirin should be adjusted by your doctor. Dr. Budwig favors natural, herbal and homeopathy instead of man-made and synthetic supplements, vitamins and painkillers. You need good quality RO water purifier, dry grinder, masticating juicer, and electric hand blender. Omega juices are best. Prohibitions. In this protocol there are certain restrictions. They are as important as the diet itself. It is very difficult to defeat the cancer without strictly following these rules. Sugar is absolutely forbidden. Jaggery, molasses, maple syrup and artificial sweeteners like xylitol, aspartame are not permitted. You can use only unprocessed natural honey, stevia and fruit juices. Meat, fish, poultry, eggs, butter and ghee are never allowed. Preserved meat is like a poison. It is highly processed and treated with dangerous antibiotics, preservatives and nitrates. You can never eat pizza, burger, fast food, fried food, biscuits, samosa etc. as they all are made by hydrogenated fats and refined oils. Hydrogenation is a very dangerous process, used to increase shelf life of fats. But in this process, in which oil is heated at very high temperature and hydrogen is passed through oils in presence of nickel, killing trans fats are formed, high energy live and vital electrons are destroyed and nutrients are damaged. Hydrogenated fat is just dead, nutritionless and cancer-causing liquid plastic. Budwig has allowed low-fat cheese, allelics and coconut oil. Preservatives. You should not consume potato chips, soft drinks etc. are full of preservatives. Processed food. Never consume highly processed food like ready-to-eat packed foods, pasta, pastries, bread and soy products, tofu etc. Good quality soy sauce is permitted. Never cook in microwave oven. Food cooked in microwave is toxic and deformed. Also don't use aluminum, plastic, Teflon-coated non-stick cookware and aluminum foils. Use stainless steel, cast iron, china clay or glass utensils instead. Avoid pesticides and chemicals, even those in household products and cosmetics. Stay away from mosquito repellents, sunscreen lotions and sunglasses. Don't wear clothes made using synthetic fiber like nylon, polyester, acrylic. Don't use foam pillow and mattress. Wear cotton, wool or silk instead. CRT TV and mobile phones emit dangerous radiation, so do not use them. You can watch LCD and plasma TVs. No leftover. Food should be prepared fresh and eaten soon after preparation to maximize intake of health-giving electrons and enzymes. And the healing continues. Thanks for watching.